everyone. Happy Friday Eve. Alright, so today I'm going to cover a topic that has been requested over and over and over and over again. Basically, it's just like all about my current piercings and piercings of the past and this and that, you know what I mean? So yeah, today has been a particularly difficult day for me. I don't even know. I'm starting to believe that my moods and my whole state of mind are kind of interwoven with the weather. I don't know. I've had a lot of theories in the past, but anyway, the sunshine is out. I'm making today better. I'm sorry if this video is late. I feel like it's gonna be really late, but I'm trying my best, okay? Trying my best. And I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday Eve. Oh yeah. I am one of those people that kind of feels the need to point out something before anybody else does. I know, defense mechanisms. Full of it over here. So yeah, I have a huge set on my face. It bums me out a little bit, but that's really not even the biggest issue with today. But anyway, doesn't matter. We're talking about piercings. I took a cute picture or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever of my current piercings. The only ones that I wear are in my ears. I just wanted to kind of like go through, I guess, historically. Does that make sense? Yeah, and just tell you like what piercings I got when and how they were and if they hurt a lot. And I get a lot of questions about like, oh, did it take a long time to heal? You know, what was it like? Blah, blah, blah. How long have you had this? All these kind of questions. And I figured like a lot of people do like tattoo videos and stuff like that. I don't have any tattoos. I've had a lot of questions about tattoos and stuff like that, and I've answered them. I really wasn't trying to go on this tangent, but back to the video. In the beginning of time. I don't know how old I was. I feel like I was like 7 or 8 or somewhere around then. I might have been 9. I don't know. I got my earlobes pierced for the first time. Duh, not a big deal. I had them done a couple of times, but I never wore more than one earring in a lobe at a time. It was like one of them was off-centered at one point. It was a very janky situation. Whatever. The next piercing I got when I was about 15 was when I was on vacation with my family in, I think, South Padre Island. I'm pretty sure that's where we were. And I literally threw a fit for it. I have no problem being the first one saying that I can be a huge brat, and I definitely was that day. And I was just like, I don't know, for some reason, like, this is definitely how I am with everything. Like, if I get something in my mind, I have to do it, and I usually want to do it immediately. I'm not all that big on thinking things through, which can be good, can be bad. Extremely kind of spontaneous on some things. I could go on and be like, okay, well, it's a piercing, you can always take it out, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, that's where I've always come from on that. I just had my heart set on it, and I threw a fit, and my parents went and took me, and I got this piercing. And it's a top, I believe it's called the forward helix, I think. If you see this, I have these holes in my body and I don't even know what they're called. Like, I never like have gone into the place and been like, I want to get my tragus pierced. Like, I've just been like, do this little thing. Like, I saw this, I thought it was cute. I want a diamond stud, you know? Like, I don't know why. I'm always painfully misinformed or uninformed. So anyway, I've never had a piercer like tell me the name of it or anything, and I've had different people like look at it and like mess with the jewelry and stuff like that, because I don't like to mess with it because it's really, really, really messed up. The actual piercing doesn't even go through the cartilage. I don't know if at one time it did, but like there is something, you know, drastically wrong with it. Anytime anybody sees it that knows anything about piercings, they're like, oh my gosh, how long have you had this? Because this is just gonna like be ripped out at any second. Like, this is not good. And they like lose their minds over it. But I've had it for a million years and it's always been okay. And I don't know, I guess I should just take it out or get it redone if, you know, whatever. I don't have any massive feelings about it. It's just there, and it's been there for a really long time. So it is what it is. One of my biggest tips for if you're going to get a new piercing or something like that, make sure your piercer is in a good mindset. I don't know, I was like 15 years old, but honestly I had like no idea about any of that kind of stuff at that time, and I could even tell like he was not all with me, and whatever. I mean, I did it anyways. I don't regret it or anything, but yeah, there's that. And the next one, which I actually don't wear any jewelry in anymore, and this may or may not really shock you guys, but I had my septum pierced for, it was under a year. It was not like a long relationship we had, but that's actually the part of your nose in the middle. And I know what you're thinking, like you can't picture it or whatever, and that's totally fine. And I don't know, I almost feel like I need to like explain my past or something, or like kind of tell you my life story or something to like back up like why I had this or who I was or what my life was like, but I don't even know. I'm not that good at explaining myself, so I'm not going to. And I really liked it and I really wanted it for a long time, so I just went with it. And what's really good about that piercing is if you don't want it anymore, like even if like you're going to work or you're going to see your parents or something like that, all you do is just flip it up. I'm not telling you to go do something against your parents' will, but my parents were definitely not like all thumbs up about it. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, so whatever. All I'm saying is the good thing about that one was, hey mom, it's all good, and she could never see it. I forgot to go over the whole pain factor. You can't really ask me if like, oh, does this piercing hurt? Like, yeah, of course it hurts in the moment, like a little bit, but I don't know if I have like an extreme pain tolerance or something, but like that kind of thing just like does not have a massive effect on me. I'm just like, okay, I want this, and it's like accepted, you know, like, okay, this thing is gonna be a little sore for a while. I'm gonna have to take care of it. Challenge accepted. After that, there's no more thought of like, oh, I'm scared it's gonna hurt. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt a little, but I don't know. These two, no problem at all. They're really not a big deal. I can't really say whether you're gonna be able to handle it or not, so I don't know. That's just my experience. However, I can safely say that the septum piercing was my most painful, like out of the 3 or however many I've had at this point. But even still, it's like not that bad. It's gonna scare you, I guess, but it was described to me like when I was about to do it, like the guy that was doing it was like, are you sure you wanna do this, little girl, or whatever, you know, like kind of, you know, condescending or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. And he's like, you know, this really hurts. It feels like a kick in the face. And I was just like, okay, like whatever. I've never been kicked in the face, so I don't really know how that feels. Let's just do it, dude. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's like, have you ever like hit your nose on something? It hurts, and it hurts instantly, and a lot of times it makes your eyes water. It's not so much that you're like crying over the pain, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just like your body's reaction. It's just like, oh, my nose hurts, eyes watering. Oh, I have a huge zit on my face, and it was really painful for like 2 days. My eyes watered. So yeah, it's just like something about the nose that makes your eyes water. So I am all over the place, and I am so sorry. I forgot to tell you how old I was when I had this. I had this when I was like 18 into 19, or it was like somewhere around 19 or somewhere like that. I have a horrible memory. I'm really sorry. It was really, really difficult to choose pictures to show you guys because I have kind of a massive collection of horrible pictures of me during that time. So I picked a couple, and I don't know which ones I'm going to choose yet. So here it goes.
Woohoo for the vintage Pretty Dirty Princess bun. And yes, I think it was crooked pretty much the entire time I had it.
Okay, so yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, I was a bad little baby. I did my own thing. I was very much a rebellious child. I've seen it all and I've done it all, and don't want to make a video about my life. So anyway, moving on. This is the last piercing I'm going to tell you about, the Tragus. And I think that I have like a I don't know what any of these piercings are called. It's like the Monroe piercing or whatever. I think I have the jewelry for one of those. And this, mine is just like a little sparkly stud, and I never change it because it's such a pain to change. It didn't hurt that bad. It did take a really, really long time to heal, and I think that's typical for this piercing. I do sleep on that side, so it was kind of like, for a while, it was like, you know, at first it was like swollen, you know, and so like this one would stick out a little bit, and I thought it looked kind of funny. Whoa. Oh, I almost totally forgot. I got my tragus piercing done about a little over 2 years ago, and it's all like healed and fine, but it did take like quite a long time to heal. I'm sorry, I'm so over the place, you guys. You have to forgive me. None of these things are like a super big deal to me. I'm not like a traumatized type person. I'm just like, oh yeah, I did this thing. It's whatever. So I don't know. I'm always like doing little different weird things and seeing what this will look like and seeing what that will look like. So doing piercings is just like whatever. I don't even know. I guess I don't take anything seriously in life. I'm so sorry. If I were to do another piercing or something, I would want to get the one that goes like all the way through, like this inside part right here. It looks so cute whenever your hair is up and you can see like the little jewelry in the back. I really like how that looks. I actually really like how it looks on guys. I don't know if it would be like too much on me. It probably would, seeing as I have like multiple things going on this side of my head, and I probably wouldn't do it on this side. This is my bad side. I can promise you if I ever do something like that, I'll definitely like film it and put it on my YouTube channel just to traumatize everyone. I don't know. I don't have any like plan to as of now. So I don't know. I guess that's it. I hope I answered all your questions. I feel like I probably didn't. So if I did not answer your questions about whatever piercings or whatever, you can always comment down below and ask me, or you can find me on Facebook. That's a really good way of getting in touch with me. It's facebook.com/LeighAnnSays. You can like my page and comment on the wall or whatever. I always try to get back to absolutely everybody. And you can also find me on Twitter. It's @LeighAnnSays, and I'm always there and always oversharing, just as I did today. I hope you guys are having a really awesome Friday Eve, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. And if you're somewhere where it's like raining like crazy like it is here, I hope you figure it out and your life doesn't get wet. So yeah, as always, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone. So I don't know, 9, wait, no, or no, oh, and I totally, not a big thinker of things through, so I thought it looked kind of funny, so I don't know. Like, do you see this thing? Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I tried to film this video yesterday, like be all on top of things in life like I never am, and it was like I did like a little test, like a 5-second like test video to see like how bad it looked, because it was even worse yesterday. And I couldn't even film. I got all ready and everything. I couldn't even film. Like, can you tell when I smile? It's like swollen. Like, what is happening to my face? Like, I considered not filming. Why am I so vain? Meh. Pray for my face. So